Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Digambar Subhash Pawar, roll number 6. Srimati Sindhuta Jadhav, Arts and Science Mahavidyalaya, Mehkar. Today, I will here to present my micro-teaching topic entitled Flower and its Parts. Teachers say, dear students, what you can see on this picture? Students say, this is a flower. Again, teachers say, dear students, what you want to see on this picture? Students say, this is a parts of flower such as calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. So today we will study about flower and its parts. What is flower? Flower is nothing but a seed-bearing parts of a plant consisting of reproductive organs that are typically surrounded by a brightly colored corolla and green color calyx. Two terms of flowers, that is complete and incomplete flowers. So what is meant by complete flower? If the flower having calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoeciums, means the outermost wall, then second wall, third wall, and fourth wall. These four types are present in flowers, then flowers called as complete flower. What is incomplete flower? A complete flower contains all four parts of four whorls, while an incomplete flower is missing at least one. Like here you can see, here carpels of gynoecium is missing, and here the stamens is missing, means at least one parts of the flowers like calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium is missing. The flower is called as incomplete flower. If flower is having both carpels and stamens, like here, the flower is called as bisexual, but the flower is missing one of the part of carpels of stamens is missing, then flower is called as unisexual flowers. Here the symmetry of flowers. On the basis of bisect similar walls to forming mirror image, the flowers having two shapes, that is regular and irregular shape, or it is also called as actinomorphic and zygomorphic flowers. So flowers that are radially symmetrical, so that they are able to be bisected into similar walls in more than one vertical planes, forming mirror image, called as actinomorphic flowers. If flowers that are bilaterally symmetrical, so that they are able to be bisected into similar walls in only one planes, forming a mirror image, called as irregular or zygomorphic flowers. Here you can see the image, that is A and B. In A, the flower is bisect from every planes, like you can see here, flower is bisect in every plane and forming a mirror image. But in B, the flowers is bisect only one planes to forming a mirror image. So such type of flowers, if the flowers bisect in only one planes to forming a mirror image, called as zygomorphic, and flower is bisect in any plane to forming a mirror image, the flower is called as actinomorphic flowers. Then the pistillate and staminate flower, it is also called as female and male flowers. Pistillate flowers means the flower bears to pistils, called as pistillate flower. It is also known as female flowers. And if the flower is bears to stamens, the flower is called as staminate or male flowers. Here you can see the image. In first image, you can see the stamens are present in these flowers. That's why it is called as staminate or male flower. Here you can see the carpels is present in these flowers, so pistils is present in these flowers. Therefore, it is called as pistillate or female flowers. Then the parts of typical flowers, mostly there are four parts of typical flowers, that is calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Calyx is the outermost parts of the flower. Then second part of in the inside the calyx, corolla is present. Inside the corolla, androecium is present. Inside the androecium, of the innermost part is called as gynoecium. So, but sometimes in some flowers, calyx and corolla does not differentiate it. It means it is undifferentiated. Such type of flowers called as perianth are the collectively the calyx and corolla, which is undifferentiated, collectively known as tepals. Like here you can see the images. In this image, the calyx and corolla does not differentiate. It means it is undifferentiated. Such flower is known as perianth. The undifferentiated mass of calyx and corolla is called as tepals. So this is occurred only a few flowers, but the flowers having mostly 4 parts, that is nothing but a calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. So what is calyx? A single unit is called as sepals. The number of sepals come together to form calyx. A sepal is a part of the flower of angiosperms, usually green in color. Sepals typically function as protection of the flower in bud and often as support for the petals when in bloom. Then second part, that is corolla, single unit called as petals. Petals are modified leaves that surrounded the reproductive parts of flowers. They are often bright in color and usually attractive in shape to attract the pollinators. All of the petals of a flowers are collectively known as the corolla. Here you can see the corolla of these flowers. The function of corolla to attract the pollinator agents. Then third part is androecium, single unit called as stamens. Third whorl that contains male reproductive structure called as stamens. Due to male reproductive structure, it is called as male reproductive organs of flowers. The stamen is the pollen producing reproductive organ of a flower. Collectively, the stamens form the androecium. A stamens typically consist of stalk called the filament and an anther which contains microsporangia. And last whorl or last part of the flower is called as gynoecium, the single unit called as carpels. The gynoecium is the innermost wall of the flower, which made up of female reproductive structure called carpels. And therefore it is called as female reproductive organs in flowers. It consists of pistils and is typically surrounded by the pollen producing reproductive organs. The stamens collectively called as androeciums. So thank you very much.